Right now, this very moment, I am speaking to you, and hopefully you are listening to me. But you see, that's the thing. I wonder how many of you really are listening to me. I promise you will gain at least one thing from my speech today. So focus on my speech. Focus on what's happening right now. Because when it all boils down, this moment right now is all we've got. This year's theme is wonder. So let me tell you about a few things we might wonder about. This thing is in my way. My first thing, do you ever wonder why we are so obsessed with our phones? Today we live in an age of constant stimulus, constant distraction. I look to my left and I see someone scrolling through Instagram, looking at the Boss Eddie's car advertisements, playing some Cardi B song on his Instagram story. Shout out to Eddie out there. I look to my right, and I see another's jaw drop in disappointment that they lost one of their 200 Snapchat streaks. We're surrounded by all of these screens that take us to another world and allow us to live in a new reality. These distractions keep us caring about our surface self, shout out Mr. Furchner, and don't allow us to wonder about our inner self. Remember, you will always come back to this world, this reality. I believe that a lot of us use social media and these other distractions to escape or enjoy the benefits of putting on a facade for other people. Living this other life, this better life on the internet is not always for the better. For something coined as social media to encourage more people to interact, it seems it has done the opposite. People are less social. And I'm not saying this today to call out any of you, but as more of a call to action. It's okay to put the screens down and look up and become rooted in the present. Man, something doesn't feel right. It's a little better. Thank you. Sorry about that. My second thing. Do you ever wonder why we need human interaction? A few weeks ago, I came down with the flu pretty bad. Although I was upset I was sick, I would be lying if I wasn't a little happy to stay at home and watch some movies. For a week, I was isolated to the confines of my home, and let me tell you, it got old very quick. You can only watch so many low-budget Netflix films. And you know those YouTube sessions where you start out by watching a movie trailer, and then next thing you know, you're watching the morning routine of a baby monkey? Yeah, well, those get a little old too. You see, what I longed for was human connection. I wanted to look at someone and just talk, laugh, and make them laugh. I just wanted to interact. For me, I learned that movies and video games and YouTube, it's not sustainable. It's all unfulfilling. But being active and interacting with other people, that warmed my heart. The simple things, like someone saying hi to me or Mr. White scolding me to get back to work, they all made my day. Human interaction will always keep us in the now. We are all lonely wolves, just looking for the right pack. Let me say that again. We're all lonely wolves, just looking for the right pack. Keep in mind, we all need each other. Be a friend to one another. My third thing, do you ever wonder how you can be more present? And shockingly, it goes right in with what Kaelia said. As important as I just mentioned human interaction to be, your interaction with your environment is just as important. Day to day, you're going to deal with a lot of stress and drama, whether it be studying super hard for that final you have coming up, or worrying about how that conversation just went with your crush in the lunch line. Those lunch lines get pretty long, so you got a long time to talk, and small talk is rough. These stresses are going to try and pull and kidnap you from being present and mindful. Life is full of these worries, and they're never going away. But the key to reconnecting is having an anchor or a resistor, a place or activity, your passion that you love to do, something or somewhere where all that matters is right now. Life is like a boat in the ocean. When you come to a stop, if you don't drop your anchor, the strong current will take you in whatever direction it wants. Yet, if you know where your anchor is and you drop it in the ocean, you will stay immovable. For me, my anchor is surfing. I'm not the best at it, but let me tell you, it was love at first surf. Surfing in general is amazing, but going down to Waipio Valley took it to a whole nother level. The sensations you feel during the whole experience are wild. The shock of the water when you first jump in, to the sticky wax giving me a rash on my stomach. The sound of the waves breaking and your boys hyping you up. The taste of the crisp salt water that coats your mouth. And as I look around me, I see the birds flying in a perfect V formation. The light orange haze from the sunrise in the east, whichever direction that is, and the beautiful, engulfing green valleys in front of me. The mana within that valley flows through me, and I always leave in pure awe. That experience reconnects me with the earth and reminds me how amazing this reality truly is. Especially for us living in Hawaii, there's no better place to do so. Drop your anchor and stay steady. My fourth thing, do you ever wonder how you could fear less? Fear, it is something we all have, from fearing snakes to fearing failure. All of our fears are valid. Yet, they constantly hold us back from doing more. One of my favorite quotes is from the movie After Earth. Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. If you really think about it, fear only resides in our thoughts of the future. You see, I have a big fear of snakes because I fear that they will bite or slither all over me. I don't know what snakes do, but you get it. Although these things have never happened, I still fear that they may happen in the future. I'm dedicating my mind space not to the present, but to the future, on something unreasonable. When I come back to this moment, now, I remember I'm living in Hawaii, so thankfully there are no snakes. There's nothing to fear because right now my situation is great. When you come ground yourself and purely focus on the present moment, you will find your fears will go away. Fear nothing. So put down your phones, be a friend to one another, use your passion to anchor yourself, and fear nothing. Remember these 4 things, and the present will be the greatest gift you've ever received. I would like to thank the faculty and staff of HPA for making these past 4 years great. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Furchner, for keeping this chapel program going and giving me the idea of the phone smash. Good luck to the class of 2019. You are all truly amazing. And lastly, thank you to Mr. Spencer. 2 years ago in English 10, we had to write a speech and perform it in the chapel right where I'm standing. And 2 years later, here I am again. Thank you, Mr. Spencer, for everything you have taught me. I hope you enjoyed this speech. Thank you.